Hello, my name's Valerie Cox. I'm going to be your instructor for your Math 98 online course this semester. I'd like to go through a little bit of orientation with you and kind of show you some things about the course. I'm also going to do a video with some Blackboard tips and Alex tips later, but this kind of gives you an overview of the course. Alright, let's see if I can get there we go. Here I am. There's Valerie Cox. I have two offices, one in Decatur and one in Huntsville. Those are the room numbers. And there's my office number. It rings in both places. Easiest way to get a hold of me is via email, valerie.cox@calhoun.edu. I've got office hours posted on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm in Huntsville because I'm teaching class on ground in Huntsville on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm trying to be in Decatur on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then Fridays it's kind of a toss-up. Again, if you email me, you can get a hold of me very quickly. So some things I need you to do this week in Blackboard. I need you to explore the course information tab. That's going to give you a lot of information about the course. It gives you, that's where the syllabus is located and the calendar for the semester. A lot of things that you need to get started for the course are located here. Some of the things that I'm going to have you be doing on the first week for your attendance are located in that course information. Under the announcements, I will send announcements out at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, depending on what's needed as far as reminders for you for due dates. So be sure that you pay attention to your announcements. Also, under Blackboard, you'll see the Content tab. And in the Content tab, that's where you're going to find your videos. So videos, my pen is not wanting to write. Videos for the actual course materials. You're going to be doing your homework in Alex, but your videos are located in Blackboard. The textbook we're using is the Math 98 and 100 custom workbook that has beginning and intermediate algebra in it both. It comes bundled with the Alex code. That Alex code is good for 52 weeks. So that's good for a year. So once you buy this, you will not have to, sorry about that, you will not have to, keep skipping on me. Well, you will not have to buy any other code for your Math 100 class. So this is good for both 98 and 100. Alex is required for the course. You've got to purchase that Alex code. The workbook, since this is an online class, my videos are tied to that workbook, so you need to buy the workbook so that you can follow along in the workbook and fill in the blanks. The course code for Alex you will not really need because you're going to log in through Blackboard, and I'll talk more about Alex later. Our grading plan, we've got homework assignments that are 20% of your grade. We're going to have 4 exams, which are 40%. We're going to have a midterm exam and a final exam, 25%. These midterms and the finals are on campus or at an approved testing center. So if you are not local to Huntsville or Decatur, then we need to find an approved testing center before we get close to that midterm exam that'll be coming up. The grading scale is the same grading scale across campus. So the normal grading scale for A, B, C, D, and F. Our attendance policy. For the first week, I'm going to give you a list in an announcement of things that you need to do this first week of class. One of them is listening to this orientation video. I will record your attendance every week. The first week, the biggest thing is you've got to be sure and get your knowledge check in Alex complete. If you have not completed it, you will be marked absent. Something else that I have you do is read the academic integrity policy and send me an email with some comments on it. And then I also have you join Remind. So I have a few things that are, and I also have you post in the discussion board. There are a few tasks that are required for that first week of attendance. After that, I look at how many hours you're spending in Alex. At least 5 hours a week you should be spending in Alex if you're going to be staying on track. And getting your assignments done on time. So I'm looking at those hours. Now, I'm not nitpicky about those. If you're making your due dates and you're able to get your work done in under 5 hours, I'm not going to mark you absent. But if you start falling behind, I'm going to start looking at your hours, and be aware that financial aid can drop you from the course you need to pay attention to financial aid. If you get dropped from the course, that could affect your financial aid. Makeup policy, it's important for you to contact me immediately if you have to miss a due date. If you don't make a homework due date or a quiz due date, you need to let me know. I will start deducting points for every day it's late, especially if you do not let me know. Extensions on homework need to be requested if you're going to miss. So the big thing is you've got to communicate with me. I need to hear from you. If something is going on, I need to know. I need to hear from you. All right, where can I get help? In Decatur, we have a couple of options. Our math tutoring and learning center is on the first floor of the Math and Science building. Right now, our STAR Institute, which is tutoring for all subjects, not just math, is also located in the Math TLC. We had to relocate for some renovations that are going on in the Student Center. You can call that number and come in and get help. In Huntsville, we have a math lab in Huntsville. It's in the new building. That is not the correct room number. I believe it's 1103. It's on the first floor of the new building, and you can see the hours for the Huntsville campus math lab. Here's where I'd really like you to get help, though, because I'm the director of our STAR Institute, which is our Student Tutoring and Learning Institute, an academic resource institute, sorry. And that's where you can get tutoring in all your subject areas. Even though you're online, you can get tutoring in all of your subject areas, not just math. You can make appointments. You can get on the website and go to tutoring on the Calhoun website, and you will see a link to make appointments in TutorTrack. You can make a one-on-one appointment, or you can drop in. Again, if you email me, let me know. I can get you started with that. We have a STAR Institute also in Huntsville. So again, if you are, depending on where you're located, whichever campus is easier, I've got locations in both campuses. In Huntsville, the STAR Institute is in the Sparkman building in room 206. It's right off of the Student Center across from the bookstore, if you're familiar with the Huntsville campus at all. But again, to make an appointment, you just go into TutorTrack, which is in your My Calhoun portal. On the website, there's a video on how to make those appointments. Here's our academic integrity policy. Basically, you're taking an online class and you really don't need to be cheating. And cheating means somebody else is doing your homework, you're looking up all the answers online and then putting them in that way. Those are all forms of cheating. So you need to be keeping that in mind. Everything that you do pretty much in this course is going to be online except for the midterm and the final. The midterm and the final are going to be proctored, and so everything else is not really proctored. So it's really on you to take ownership of your learning. And you're not going to really learn a lot, and you're not going to be successful if you have someone else do it or if you look every answer up. So Alex is a great program to help you learn. I'm here to help you learn. I've got other resources, so use those resources. Withdrawal policy, we don't give WPs or WFs. If you wish to withdraw from the course, contact me first so that we can have a conversation about that. Because that can affect your financial aid if you're on financial aid. The last day to withdraw from this course this semester is going to be on April 9th. So if we find that that's something that you need to do, then April 9th will be the last day to do that. And for some reason, I cannot get my pen to work, and it is driving me nuts. See, technology doesn't work for everybody. It's not just you sometimes. All right, what is Alex? Alex is the software tool that we're going to be using to complete your assignments. There's a link in Blackboard to access Alex. So you will go through Blackboard to access Alex. And you will need to do that so that I can have your grades synced. So if for some reason Blackboard's down, I have not encountered that in the last, year and a half. You could use alex.com, but I really need you accessing through Blackboard, and you'll see there's an Alex Assignments button on the left for you to access. If you've used Alex in the past for Math 98, so if you're repeating the course, then your code should still be good. You can go into Blackboard, you should be able to link through Blackboard, and if you had not linked before with your former instructor, you should be able to put in your old username and password and link that way. If you need any help whatsoever, you need to contact me immediately with Alex Help. For new users, so if you've never used Alex before, you'll go through a little registration process. The instructions are I'm going to have a link to an instruction page in that first announcement. So here's something else about ALEKS. ALEKS is adaptive. When you first get into ALEKS, you're going to, do a tool tutorial. So how to enter answers in ALEKS, how to do exponents, how to do decimals, how to write a polynomial, how to do fractions, how to type those things in, how to graph on the computers, because that can be daunting. So that's a little bit of a learning curve. Then after you finish the tools tutorial, you're going to go into an initial knowledge check, which is kind of like a pre-test, because I want to give you credit for any items or any topics that you might already know coming into this course. Now, you may know a lot about algebra coming into this course. You may know very little about algebra coming into this course, and all of that is fine. The point of the initial knowledge check is to kind of see where you sit. And if you already know some of the topics, then those are topics that you won't have in homework as we go through the semester. Now, here's something about the knowledge check. You need to take it seriously. You need to have some scratch paper out, make sure you've got, kind of a time frame where you won't be disturbed. And by all means, do not look up the answers on the knowledge check, because that's going to really just throw off the entire semester's homework. So be honest, work in ALEKS, do that initial knowledge check. Now, once you get into the homework is mastery based, meaning you're going to have to work the problems 2-3 times each in order to earn them in your pie. And again, I'm going to go through a whole ALEKS tutorial with you. The key with ALEKS is you cannot procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. All right, so how to log into ALEKS. You're going to go in through Blackboard, and I'm going to give you instructions in the announcement. I'll have a link to a PDF for instructions, but it's very easy. You just click on the link in ALEKS for the ALEKS assignments, and then just kind of follow the directions. Now, you will need to purchase a code, so if you don't have a code, I can get you a 2-week financial aid code. You will need to email me for that financial aid code, or I might go ahead and just post that in an announcement, but you will need to be buying the books within a couple of weeks. Key is to email me. You will not need this course code if you're logging in through ALEKS. All right, so let's look a little bit at ALEKS. This is what ALEKS looks like. Once you go through the initial knowledge check, you're going to get what's called the ALEKS pie. And so this pie is nice and pretty. It's colored. You will have some topics maybe in the middle. If you knew something about algebra coming in, you may have, 5, 6, 8, 10 topics. If you didn't know anything, you may have 1, 0 topics. It's all fine. It is yours. Everybody's pie is different. Each of these pies kind of goes with a chapter that we're going to be covering throughout the semester. So we'll be filling this pie in and coloring it in, and that's your homework. You'll be filling in and coloring this pie by working problems. You'll get to your Start My Path page after you kind of go through. It'll give you kind of some heads up about this is what your pie means. This is all after you take the initial knowledge check. Your Start My Path is how you start homework, and then after that it will say Continue My Path. And that's how you get into homework. And you can see on the left side, you can see it'll tell you what chapter you're in, how many topics you've done so far, and when the due date is. This is what you're working towards. Each topic will have an explain page, so kind of like an example in the book. So you would go through the example in the book if you want to, and then you would click on Start when you are ready to start your actual homework question. Again, if you have any questions about ALEKS, you just need to ask. On each ALEKS page also, you can see on the right-hand side these buttons. There's a video button. Those would be videos that are made by the ALEKS people. Those are not my videos. You could look at a page in the book. You could access a dictionary. You could send me an email with that specific question. So if you sent me an email with that specific question, I'm going to get the exact question you're working on, and then you can put in the email, what you're having trouble with. You can also print the questions. So now, I know I've thrown a lot at you. If you have any questions, you're going to email me, valerie.cox@calhoun.edu. If you're interested in doing review sessions, last semester was the first time we had done 098 online. And so I think before the midterm and the final, I'm going to offer some review sessions that week on campus if you want to come to those. And we'll try and record them, with GoToMeeting or something like that if you're not able to be here. Or if you'd like to do a Skype or a GoToMeeting with me, you know, and ask questions that way, just let me know, and I'm open to that. I want you to join Remind. Remind is a way to text me. So you have this option. You can send me pictures of the problems you're working on. Then I will use Scratchwork. I'll send a picture back to you kind of to tell you how to work the problem. I've got directions on how to join Remind. It's the easy way to text me, and no one sees anybody's numbers, and it's just a very easy. I'm at home in the evenings. I'm on the weekends. I'm very accessible. So texting me is a great way to get in touch. All right, if you have any more questions, you're going to send me an email. You need to get onto your announcement page and be working through your start here for your first week tasks. Have a great day.